let's get started with Hacker Replay. First big update for Hacker Replay. I don't know if it's because you guys have all stopped playing Siege or what, but my submissions went down from 2 weeks ago. We were at 500 submissions a week. This week was 180. So we went down by 60% of the submissions. Now that is to say that last week they also released an update that apparently removed a lot of cheaters, and they did ban a lot of cheaters. So it's either you guys are submitting less, or you're playing less, or there's less cheaters. I don't know which one it is. The first match we're going to watch is the Canal 1. So in this match we have Cage Kicks, who's accusing Raymer. And the reason they're accusing them is because the reason I chose this match is because this is a apparently silver/bronze level lobby, and he thinks someone's cheating. He says even in the low ranks, people are cheating, which is to show that no matter where you are, nothing is safe. But we'll see. It is also in the low ranks. A lot of people accuse like crazy, and then the person's not even cheating. The person who accused them is just salty that they lost. Haven't played in 3 weeks. Hopped on last night and played 2 separate cheaters in 2 separate matches out of 8 matches. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, 2 out of 8 is actually pretty good. What do we think the odds are that this is just he happens to be aiming here and then he's like moving to reposition, and how much of it is like a soft aim that's pulling his aim towards someone? Because that felt very, very unlikely for him to move and aim like that as Thermite crossed his vision. Or not vision, but, you know, lineup. I'm guessing he is walling just off of this. He aims back at Sledge, he aims high, and then he brings it low right on him. Free fires. Oh, he's definitely walling. He's just staring right at him. So, this is not a case of someone just, you know, being worse. This is an actual cheater. Which, unfortunately, does go to show that there are cheaters everywhere. A lot of people think cheaters are only in Champ or Diamond, and if you think there's a cheater in the low ranks that you're just trash, but no, there are cheaters everywhere. And, like, cheaters naturally are not good at Siege. If they were good, they wouldn't need to cheat. So they come in all shapes and forms, in all ranks, at all colors. I want to see if he wins or loses. You can just tell this guy's copper without cheats. I mean, what's surprising is he actually seems to already be copper with cheats anyways. Because again, this lobby, he sent a photo of the whole lobby. The average rank was like bronze and silver. And like even with walls, he took so long to realize someone was jumping out. I kind of want to see this Valkyrie's aim because he somehow missed everything. Oh, he was trying to hit the Blackbeard, that's why. Just fucking fused the Blackbeard. Blackbeard's down to 1 HP because of that fuse charge. So, the cheater does win. What are the odds that this is his actual name? Just Raymer8812. Because a lot of people in low ranks do not use streamer mode. Oh my god, it actually is. He has been banned. He peaked at bronze 2. Now, does that mean that he was actually bronze 2? No. He was still gaining 80, which means that he probably would have been considered like a high silver or low gold. What the hell is this new thing? Look. Team kill. Victim. Why is it tagging him as a victim in this match? Is it because he got team killed? Why is it saying 1v2 loss? Bro, did R6 Tracker just add tags to insult people? Victim. 1v2 lost. Like, why is it telling you that? Okay, well, he is cheating. He already got banned for cheating. Doesn't seem like the one person he plays with was in the lobby. After watching that one, we have... So we have that one showing the cheaters are in every match, whether it's high rank or low rank. And then they also come in different shapes and sizes. So that one was obviously walls. No aimbot, no like zero recoil from what we saw, but plain walls. This one, we have, this is not me, but VG Rockwall, who's accusing Brody Thug Wilson, also known as Akitsu Max 240. And this guy, instead of doing your traditional, you know, wall bangs, aimbot, blah blah, he is apparently exploiting like crazy, going inside the map or inside the walls and killing people. Which, if he's gonna do the exact same one that we've seen before, this is not anything new. Or maybe it is new. What the fuck did I just watch? What? Bruh. He's planting inside the wall. Huh? And then he suicided. What? That is insane. I'm so confused. Like, how does he even do that? Because I've seen exploits before in this map where people get into like the ceiling, but I've never seen that one where they get into the wall. Why'd he frag himself? I would assume he did it so that he could not be caught by the system. Because if he like got a bunch of kills or did something there, they'd be like, oh, he got a lot of kills, he's cheating. But because he just planted and died, stat bans will be really hard to pull on him. What's weird, or what's unfortunate, I guess, for this lobby. This is quick match, by the way. They're cheating like this in quick match. Apparently, he does some type of exploit almost every single round. I don't know if it's the same one. I assume it is because it's OSA, but we'll watch and see. Yeah, all this in quick match. This is how sad cheaters are. They can't even just play like a casual mode like quick match for fun. They have to cheat. I'm really curious how the shield comes into play, because like I've seen a lot of lag cheats before, but I've never seen one like this where they vault over, pick up the shield, and then the shield lets them basically no clip. So like they're clearly activating a lag like switch here so that they lag when they go to pick up the shield, but I have zero clue how that works. Like, how are they using the shield to get inside the wall? I don't get it. Oh, he's also using the leg exploit to not use walls, but to like cheat and see people. So like, look, here he looks away, and then he locks right onto her because he probably peeked while lagging, and then now knows that she's there. Does it again. This was the apparent leg exploits that they said they fixed last week, or in one of their posts, they said they were fixing a bunch of lag exploits. So I guess they didn't, or there's just more than they ever knew about. Actually, in the post, they specifically do just say it is just exploit fixes, not lag exploit fixes. So could have been any type of exploit. This is such a weird one. I think they even do something in the next round, though, when they're not OSA. So they play recruit. Oh, I assume they're probably going to use... Yeah. So they can use any type of shield to do this. So they vault over, pick up the shield, and somehow the shield picking it up makes them no clip. So he is just prone inside of the red car. And if I had to guess, I feel like when they push in, he'll be able to shoot them and they won't be able to shoot him. This is actually, I don't know how many of you guys would remember this. This is going back to like year 1 of Siege. There used to be a white van in Consulate Garage way back in year 1. And people used deployable shields to vault into the van and they could shoot out of it, but you couldn't shoot into it. And it was just terrible for the game because everyone would just always sit in there, and like secure area was unplayable because of that. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, who cares about secure area, but it was a fun game mode. So he's about to finally get a kill here. So this one doesn't even really give him an advantage because like he's just stuck in here, but he can't shoot through the car and they can shoot him, so I don't really get the point of that one. Okay, what does he do this round? What I don't understand is how the shield gives him the ability to clip through walls. It doesn't seem to matter because he's trash and doesn't realize what he's doing. But how does it let him do that? I think the lag cheat is taking advantage of the momentum mechanics of Siege X to continue movement when he jumps over and grabs the shield. I don't think that's it personally because walls should stop your momentum no matter what. I don't think lag momentum would cause you to go through the wall, but I mean, I could be wrong. This game is, as a lot of people say, held together with duct tape and prayers. So maybe you can go through if it's lag, but ideally that should be an easy fix. This person has only played this season from the looks of it. He played 1 season in year 7. He played 0 matches. Did he play? Oh, he played a lot of unranked before. He's also doing this in quick match, which he plays the most of. He plays a decent amount this season. Seems to be just exploiting like crazy. He doesn't even seem to have that many kills or that many wins. He seems to be actually losing more than he's winning. So he's doing all this and not even winning. I feel like that makes it worse. I just noticed that in this match, he's only 3-3. But I guess, remember, he probably is trying to keep his stats low so he doesn't get banned. But he is cheating. Just not your traditional wall hacks. I think the no clip is related to the picking up of the shield. If I recall correctly, there was a cheater on Hacker Replay using OSA shield to get into walls on Emerald Plains, so maybe the no clip is related to picking up a shield. So before, the way they used OSA to get into walls, it wasn't Emerald Plains. There was one on Chalet that they used OSA and Scopos for. It was vaulting over a shield would allow you to get into the wall because they didn't have something in place where if you vaulted, if the shield's up against the wall and you vault over it sideways, you just land inside the wall. They didn't have anything to prevent that. So that kind of made more sense in this, like people were literally just vaulting into it. But this one being that you have to put down the shield, jump over it, pick it up, or like, I guess lag, jump over it, pick it up, and then you suddenly can no-clip for free. It just doesn't, the logic isn't there. Is it really cheating if it's just using the game mechanics? If you can tell me how that is just using game mechanics, I will give you $5. Because it's not game mechanics. They are using a lag switch that then exploits some bug to allow them to no-clip. That's not a game mechanic. That is an exploit, which is a cheat. I know people, for some reason, never catch on to this, even though Ubisoft has said themselves, and everyone agrees, except for the cheaters, exploiting is cheating. I know the console players hate to hear that, because console players love exploits, but exploits are cheats. It doesn't matter if you don't have to download or do anything crazy for it, you can just do it. It's still a cheat. And not to mention with the exploits, people would do the ones where it's like they have the deployable shield covering their face, and they're like, it's not cheating because I can do it without having to download anything. It's still cheating. An exploit is a cheat. Server might get stuck thinking you're in the pickup shield animation due to lag, and that somehow allows the player model to no clip. I just don't understand how those two are related. I think we're like, you guys are on the right path or idea, but I just don't understand how the server gets that confused. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, that part doesn't make sense. Everything else makes sense, but how the server is just like, yeah, you know what, you're lagging, just no clip. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. I think the next few matches should be more basic. Nothing crazy. Again, since I only had 180 submissions this week, which is 300 less than lately, than most weeks on average, there weren't many for me to choose from. And I know 180 still sounds like a lot, but I would say easily 80% of the matches submitted are all like blatant cheaters in quick match, and you guys don't care about that, so I try not to show those ones, which means I only have like 30 to choose from, and even those might not be good. In this match we have Boogie Go, who's accusing Isma's Easy. And quickly before we watch this match, someone says, they disagree with me. How do you separate exploit from intended game mechanic? For example, would nade cooking and killing someone from floor be exploit because it wasn't intended by devs? I mean, the pretty easy and basic thing to think here is surely throwing a nade and having it kill someone, even if it wasn't intended by devs that way, is still fine. But clipping through a wall and planting a diffuser inside the wall where the defending team can't defuse it or even see it, surely you could understand how that is different than cooking a nade. Surely. I don't think that should be a hard difference. Did I post a vid today? I will be posting a vid today, Cluster. Just wait. Okay, so in this match, Isma's Easy apparently cheating, throwing down some terrible goos. He does get the first kill. I also just noticed Legion with observation blockers, all 3 blockers in their back pocket. I think they're walling just off that. Leaning the wrong way, but ready for the Maverick. They were looking at Maverick through the wall. He's also like, he punched that, but he's looking at them, waiting for a reaction through the wall. I think did he just line them up? He let the walls get the better of him. He's just aiming, and then he aims at them through the wall and pre-fires and loses, by the way. I think this is very obvious that he is cheating. Unfortunately, this probably will be a decent amount of the rest of the matches because, again, did not have too many to look through. He's doing the typical 360 mechanic where he constantly turns around in a circle to see if he can see where people are. I assume he knows the person's about to come from drug. Actually, the cheater loses. I didn't even notice. I don't think he realizes that Rook is right there, because I think he's too tunnel visioned on the door. Bro, he has walls and he didn't realize that someone was next to him, because he could not look away from the clash. Oh, Oh, to be a bad cheater. Is that... I typed up that exact name. Oh, he changed it. It's Yuxu now. Yuxu, aka is Ms. Easy, is level... What doesn't show? Bro, I hate that it does this now. Let me see. I think if I look it up directly, it'll show. I hate like here you can see like my level and stuff, and then here it shows their matches and battle pass level, but it doesn't show their actual level. Because like if you look at year 10 season 2 overview, it shows this. If you go to my year 10 season 2 overview, it shows level and matches played and time played. Or actually that says lifetime overall. Why doesn't it show that for them? Am I missing it? Am I blind? No. It just doesn't even have a lifetime thing. I don't get why it does that. But yes, obviously cheating, surprisingly not banned. But, I mean, they seemed pretty lost, so kind of makes sense that they wouldn't get flagged that quickly. I had a quick match where Maestro was able to clip into a washing machine on Basement Oregon and shoot us, but we couldn't shoot him. I think someone told me that they were going to submit that before. I remember hearing about that before, but I think the match they submitted was wrong. But, I mean, honestly, half these hacker replays now are about people clipping into walls because it feels like normal cheating is not as common. I mean, I still experience it a lot. Walls, aimbot, all that stuff. But now people are just doing like no clipping and exploiting. And the reason I think they're doing that more is because the no clipping and exploiting is easier on console. So console people can do it. Versus like on PC, for wall hacks, aimbot, all that stuff, you need a PC. Or you need a specific setup for it. But no clip and like leg exploits anyone can do on any platform, which is really annoying. But it is unfortunately accessible for them. Are all these exploits potentially possible because they're swapping around the code to prevent cheating? Could that be breaking code? No, they talked about it in the video. I didn't watch it on stream. I reacted to it off stream because I wanted it for a video and I didn't see it while I was streaming. Where Alex Karpazis talks about cheating and why cheating is so bad right now. And he said that a lot of the cheat developers and exploiters have been able to take advantage of the fact that they did have to change a lot of the foundational code for Siege for Siege X. So whenever developers change like the code of a game and change everything, you're going to have a lot of people finding exploits and weaknesses because when they have to change everything, naturally something's going to slip through the cracks. So I think Siege X is more to blame than anything else, which sucks. But anyways, that is match 3. Let's go on to match number 4, which is on Skyscraper? No, I think it was on Villa. Oh no, it is this one. We have the Dobo who's accusing Yorabrick28 or Uabrick28. If you can't adapt to players exploiting, then you just deserve to be copper. I don't think that's a really fair thing to say when the exploit we just saw on Consulate, we keep talking about it even though it's been 2 matches, was him literally going into the wall and like he can tell, or not tell, but he can just take advantage of the fact that, you know, you're not expecting him to be inside the wall in 20 seconds. I don't think that's being bad or anything. I think that is just, you know, you're expecting the game to work and it doesn't. You can't really be considered to be at fault for not expecting broken mechanics. Because some people do believe that. Again, that is the mentality of console, unfortunately, is exploits are fair game because they're like, if you don't adapt, you deserve to lose. It's why the Clash shield glitch was so common on console. It's why the Jaeger face shield was common on console. Like, all these exploits are always on console. By the way, this guy is definitely cheating. I'm just trying to get more proof of it. He's trying very hard to make it look like he's just roam clearing, but no one roam clears by sprinting around the map and then stopping and aiming down sight as soon as they approach an enemy that they don't know is there. It wouldn't surprise me if this guy thinks he's slick and thinks that, like, oh, there's no way they'd know that I'm cheating. But, like, obviously, anyone who looks at the match is going to be like, yeah, this guy's obviously cheating. What I want to know is whether he's banned or not. Because I'd say this is so obvious that he should be banned. Please tell me he walks into this Capcan trap and he doesn't notice it. This would absolutely make my day. Oh, apparently it's destroyed. That's sad. I think he's trying way too hard to, like, meme on him. 'Cause, like, obviously he's doing this just because he knows where he is and he thinks he has every advantage in the world. But he actually ends up losing this fight. I'm getting dizzy. I am too. This guy definitely thinks he's a lot better than he actually is. This feels a lot like typical cheaters where they do all this because they're like, oh, I'm so good. But, like, they're really not that good. If you have to get cheats like this to do well or to get kills, then you're obviously not that good. He actually manages to die after only getting 1 kill, from the looks of it. Yeah. Doesn't know how to deal with a shield. Countered by a shield. Alright. I don't think this is his actual name, but I guess I'll try to look it up anyways. Brick 28. Nope. So his real name is KVY ... He is in plat with a 2.01 KD, level 127 with 220 hours of playtime. A negative win rate. How do you have a negative win rate while cheating this blatantly? What am I doing? I'm looking for ranked. On a 7-win streak. Okay, so if I had to guess, I feel like he started cheating recently. Because look, on August 2nd, moderate headshot ratings 57, 50, 50, 66, 36, 0, 0, like a couple zeros, low overall headshot ratings or normal headshot ratings. And then he came back to the game like 55 over 9 is high, 75 over 8 is high, 100, but those are low, 45 over 11, 75 over 8, 57 over 14. I feel like he started cheating just this week. He's also playing with a banned cheater apparently. Alright, now next 2 matches, ideally these ones are not obvious, but again I feel like they might be. In this match we have Trailert, who's accusing Who's Joe 225. So it is Who's Joe who submitted it. Let me check. Maybe I wrote down the names wrong. He in the text file specifically says it is for sure this Who's Joe guy, but I'm pretty sure he is Who's Joe. We'll be able to tell here. This is why you never submit false submissions, because I can tell if you're lying or not. Yeah, so he is Who's Joe. So he lied and submitted himself. So we'll find a different match to replace that one, because that is bullshit. We'll move on to the next match instead. In this match we have Lava 6-7 who's accusing Retrussi. I'll have it be known, I was looking at my submissions, bro. I'm pretty sure Lava 6-7 reported half of the matches that we had in the last week, because I was looking through and I was like, man, there's like 10 submissions back to back from Lava. Either he faces a lot of cheaters or he... He seems to be not very concerned about anything other than this one person at this window for some reason across the map. Azami is outside, by the way. Bro, ain't no way that is zombie thinks they can win this fight constantly running outside for 10 seconds at a time. So far I'd say it looks a little weird. It feels like he's constantly aiming at people that he doesn't really know about. Especially the alibi who was underneath printer window. He sat there and stared at her for so long, even though he was on the other side of the map. This is the fight. That looked normal to me. Other than the alibi. But the alibi killed his teammate though. Yeah, but he was looking at the alibi before that. When he was over here by the wall, Ash was here on the roof, and then alibi was prone underneath the window. And he was already aiming at the window through his teammate, which is just odd. Like, why do that? But like, nothing super evident. Nothing like just staring at people and locking onto them through walls. I'm still a little weirded out by how he, again, was aiming at her, but maybe it was just coincidence. Like, he is doing this a lot still, where he just kind of stops and stares, which makes me assume walls, but again, no crazy evidence of it yet. And like, I think if he had walls, why would he flash this? Because he knows no one's in here. Unless he's trying to fake it. Because like, it is weird. He is standing in front of that window when someone could have been behind the lockers and swing him, but he wasn't concerned about that. But then he also like flashed it for no reason. Let me look at the other side of the map for somebody, but no one's over there. They are pinging him. He's actually still looking at the ping, even though Vigil ran away. I don't know. I can get the suspicion, but I'm also kind of like, yeah, I don't know. They're at least communicating, if not a duo. I mean, definitely, like, they were pinging the Vigil, and he was reacting to it. He's getting his teammate to drone him in. And he pinged it. That does kind of look like he lined up the frost through the floor, but he did just get shot by her. It looked like he aimed right at her, but again, if you just got shot by her, you can assume where they'll be. This is why smoke plant cover does not work. I don't know. I wouldn't say anything they've done so far is like, oh my god, blatantly walling. I'm still a little iffy, but they're not being blatant. It does seem weird because, like, the person you saw on the drone isn't anywhere near there, but oh, he's just shooting at the dead body. And then he dies. The Lodo is sus as well. I assume you're talking about when he was recruit. An M4 with a hard breach and smokes. It's not really sus. It would be nice if we could see the bans, because I would assume they had banned Kai, so he knows that he doesn't need to bring EMPs. But we don't know that for sure. Wait. Your argument for him being suspicious is that only cheaters run the M4 on Striker. Bruh, that is literally like the most common loadout. No way you think someone's cheating because they are using a specific gun. That is very, very common. That looked fine. This part looked a little weird, so he swings out and he kills the Twitch, which is... It looked like a reaction to me. He swings past the thermite, swings back, kills them, but then when he turns around, his aim is right on the person on Skybridge, but he also could just be turning around to go fight Skybridge. The M4 is hard to control. Bro, what? No, it's not. It's like literally one of the easiest guns. I run a silencer on the M4 because it's so easy to control. Sometimes it can get away with you, or get away from you with the silencer, but without a silencer, it is a joke to control. Hate to break it to you, if you think using a specific gun is suspicious, other than the F2, then you might just be bad at the game. Again, none of this has seemed too suspicious. Every single push and like kill has been fine. I get here he's being greedy because he just wants the ace. Loses the ace. I don't think that's that bad. I've been playing for years, and you find the M4 hard to control? Might be time to hang it up. Alright, if I don't see anything crazy in this round, I'm gonna say not cheating. Sure, his movement and aim is like a little and like some of it probably could have been suspicious, but it's not enough for me to think that he's cheating. Just small things that I'm assuming could have either been because of callouts that we obviously don't know about, or you just be acting weird. You know? Looked fine. He waited till they shot the camera to know that they were looking the wrong, or like the other way. Oh, he sees the barrel. And then he dies. Yeah, I don't think he's cheating. Watch him be banned for cheating. Nope. 2-time diamond, previously plat. Gold a long time ago. Level 127 with 300 hours played. Low win rate overall. Normal headshot rating overall. Ranked lifetime stats are completely average. And I would assume that he did not play with any cheaters. Nope. I don't think he's cheating. I'm going to have to find a 6th match to replace here because... Alright, in this match we have Comrade Devil, who's accusing Guz1 and Fake Pro 1121. So he says I'm confused. He says the hackers are Guz1 Fake Pro. His stack was Satoru Goju, so the Ash, and Fake Pro 1121. Gojo was actively defending him all game and accused Voided of cheating, but Voided is actually friends with Comrade, and apparently that's a console player. He says, okay, it's also possible that Gojo could also be cheating. Did I get that right? So he says, Guz1, Gojo, and Fake Pro. He says, Gojo seems like a good player in a cheating stack, or he's really good at hiding it. Fake Pro looked like he was walling but had no game sense. Wait, where's the 24 hours thing? I swear I saw it. Oh. In a different part of the file, he says, I don't know who he's talking about in particular, but he says one of them has what looks like a 24-hour trial of cheats. So whatever. We'll just look through as kills come through. First one is Buck, Guz1, who gets a kill. I would say Guz1's probably already cheating. Fake Pro is just walking in. He is lining people up through walls. Guz1 looks like he looks at the Valkyrie downstairs. He knows she's down there. Bro, what is that aim? That aim with absolutely zero game sense seems crazy. But somehow getting kills, by the way. Oh, the Buck actually goes below and tries to open right where the dock is. And then tries to shoot him through the floor. Okay. So, again, apparently the Gojo guy is defending these two people the entire game, saying, no, they're not cheating. They're not cheating. Obviously, they are cheating. Dies. And then how does Guz1 die here? He's literally shooting this guy through the floor. Oh, he dies over here. Damn. Let me see around with the Gojo guy, because he says Gojo's a good player, or he's really good at hiding his cheats. Surely he must do something in the last round. He gets a few kills, actually. So I would guess that he's at the very least queued with them, but whether he has cheats or not, we don't know. But if you're gonna defend two people on your team and say they're not cheating, then I feel like you gotta be queued with them. Okay. Did notice here when he pushes down, he aims at the guy, I think, through the wall even before looking at the door. But he could have just, he might have been trying to aim at the door and just misaimed. Oh my god, audio's bugging out. Okay, now he goes for a flank and gets at least one kill here, I think two. He just flicked over at him. Oh. That was a normal kill. He gets the Monty here. That all seemed normal. Now let's see if he's queued with them. Guz1 dot. Not been banned for cheating. He is queued with the two cheaters. So I believe it was this guy who he said had a trial for cheats. Let's look at the history here. Oh my god, okay. So before this, on August 7th, he had a high headshot rating and a moderate KD, but a almost 50-50 win-loss. And then on August 8th, his headshot rating actually went down, but his KD went up, and then he won 3/4 of all of his matches. And then on August 9th, his headshot rating went down, his KD went down, win-loss went down as well. Everything else went down. Honestly, His KD continues to plummet, 0.5, 0.3, 0.4. I think he might be right. This guy actually, I think, downloaded cheats. Like, I did a trial. He played with cheats for 24 hours, and then once they ran out, he just shit the bed. Because, yeah, just like insane KD all day, and then ever since then, negative, 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 negative. I think he did get a trial of cheats. That's kind of sad. We can't deny, though, the possibility that he did subscribing at the Varsity Gaming charm, and then that made him good for 24 hours. That's always a possibility, but I do think that the submitter was right. I do think that they actually just downloaded cheats for one day and then didn't get them again. A trial's crazy work. There's a lot of people. Also, it might not even be a trial. There are people who pay daily for cheats. For some of the cheating stuff, you can pay a daily membership fee. So you only cheat when you want to, but it's more expensive. I swear last time we talked about it, it was like $10 a day. So he might have just paid for cheats for one day to try to rank up a little bit, which is kind of sad, but are we surprised at this point? Nope. But that is going to be Hacker Replay for today. And now we're going to wait for the new season reveal panel.